Our lilies are blooming, y'all. And the other lilies are not too far behind. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that bloom. Look at those blooms. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. There's my miniature yellow rose, y'all, among all of the peppermint. Well, hey, y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess, and we're here for some thrifty fun, y'all. We have got a lot to show you, and there's a couple of items at the very tail end of this video that you do not want to miss out on because they are vintage antique items for the kitchen. So I'm excited to show you those. So we're going to start on this side, and the first thing that we picked up at Goodwill was this. Y'all know we're collecting these jars so that we can put our vinegars and different items like ketchup or barbecue sauce, mustard, a number of things in these, including hot sauce, and keep them fresh while we use them up. And this was $1.99. Y'all, the tag color was red this week. I don't know if I got anything red or not, but we did pick up, oh, I almost broke them. Several of those bottles for $1.99. I got two more there. They're different sizes, but that's okay. We're going to use them, and I might even start making my own extracts. So these will be coming in handy for that. Now, this one was an orange tag, but it was still $1.99. So, and it's a brand new bottle. We also picked up one of these for oil and vinegar. I like the pour spout on it. This was $1.99 as well. And then I got two little plastic planters that I can use in my garden. And they were $1.99 as well. So let me get these out of the way. One of the items that I have been looking for, and I'm hoping I can find another one and maybe find some lids to fit the tops, or glass pitchers that I can use in my refrigerator to get rid of the plastic in our kitchen. Plastic is not good for us. It's not good for our environment. It's not good for our ocean. It's certainly not good for the fish in the ocean that is trying to eat plastics now. So I'm going back to all glass if I can. Glass, stainless steel, glass, and cast iron is what I want in my kitchen. Ceramic dishes are fine, things like that. So this was $2.99, and it needs a good cleaning. But listen, that's a crystal sound. That is a crystal glass, y'all. Okay. Was there anything else from there that I might have stuck in the wrong spot? Oh, yeah. Christmas is a-coming, and I found some ornaments. I know I said I wasn't going to get any more, but these are the little bell ornaments. And they are just adorable. And I got 2 packs for $1.99 each. I'm doing a vintage Christmas this year, so y'all make sure you come back at Christmas time and see what all I have done with all the vintage finds that I find in our local thrift stores. Move this out of my way. We hit up Goodwill. That was all Goodwill right there. We hit up Hunt's thrift store, which is a local thrift store here as well. And we found this It's a little sugar bottle. I think it's a sugar bottle. It's got a little pour spout on it from the 70s. I'm pretty sure that's from the 70s. And it was $1.99, and it's glass. So we can use that for sugars or salts or something. I'm going to look at the inside of the lid. See the little thing inside? Pretty neat. There we go. So it can pour out. It could be even a syrup bottle. It might be a syrup bottle. Now we're moving on to Hunt's. We also got a nice bacon press, y'all. Cast iron bacon press. Very good size. $8.99. I actually have 2 others of these, the smaller ones. I'm going to give them to my daughters. And then we'll all have one because they're really good for steaks and a number of things if you're cooking them in a cast iron pan. So that comes in really, really handy. This next item is sewing stuff. I'm excited about this. I paid $5.99 for this bag. I really want to know what's in this tin. And I do a lot of sewing. Well, I used to do a lot of sewing. I want to get back into it. But I'm always looking for sewing items. And this is some seam binding. Little pieces of seam binding in there. And some more seam binding and patches for any number of things. And that. Sewing needles, if y'all can see inside the package, the sewing needles, some curved needles, always comes in handy. This is real good for cutting different things. This is made by Singer. You see these a lot with your paper, but this is different. This is for fabrics. This is really neat. This is to make your mitered corners with, y'all. Super nice little tool. It's also a point turner. You could use it for points and so forth. I haven't got one of those, so that'll come in really handy. We got some fancy pins in a little fancy box. Get it open. So these are real fancy little pins that you can do quilts with, or dressmaker pins, whichever one you want to call them. Get them back into the little container. They're called magic pins. And I don't think they make these anymore. So the little box has magic pins on it. Some embroidery floss. Another point turner. That is so neat to have. A lot of people use these for quilts. These are binder clips, but I'll use them for paperwork. So there's about 5 or 6 of those in there. And a hem gauge. So that's a hem gauge. And these come in really handy. I don't mind having several of these around because sometimes I misplace them. I'm bad like everybody else. But this is what I'm interested in. Well, I'm going to show you this first. This is a little magnetic pin tray. And there's some more embroidery floss. So that was in there. This is Beanie Bits, a subtle appetizing tangy cocktail bit tin, made from Old South recipe. Beanie, the seeds of good luck. And so that's a cute little vintage tin that I can use. And it says pins on it. And it is safety pins. Look at that, y'all. All kinds of safety pins. So this is going to come in really handy for me when I'm doing dressmaking, quilt making, any number of things. So I am super, super excited to get that. I think it's well worth the $5.99. So that was Hunt's. Move that tray out of the way. I've got something on the, well, we've got a few more items that came from Hunt's, I think. Or do we? No, these came from the antique mall. We went to an antique mall. And one of the things we picked up, and I think we paid $12 and about $12 for this, was a grindomatic, shredomatic for grinding meat and making salads. So it will do either or. And I have bought these at a yard sale not too long ago, but they were the pieces inside were not in the greatest shape. But it's all in here, including the little book, the little rival book, and look at all the neat appliances that they had during this time period. This is a rival KitchenAid grinder shredder combination. And so they tell you how to use it. I was looking to see if they had a date on this, but they don't. How to clean it and which cutter to use and some recipes. So this is going to be really, really handy, and you may be seeing me use this in future videos. I'm not going to take it all out of the box, but it's all in there, y'all. Really, really neat. My husband picked that up for me. When he goes with me thrift store shopping, he finds the best items. I promise you he does. I picked up this little noodle jar. That's what it had on the label, was a noodle jar. And it's got a nice little gasket on it. I like these type of jars. And I will definitely put noodles or beans or something in this. $4 for that. I thought that was a pretty decent price considering the type of jar it was. So that was pretty neat. He also picked up 2 more of these, y'all. They were $2 a piece. They're fancy. They got a little design on them. And they have this to open it. So he liked that. He says, well, we might just do away with the other ones, or, you know, maybe give them to the girls or something. But he really liked these. So this is an oil and vinegar cruet set. Put that over here amongst all my sewing items. We also picked up another canister. I think we paid $2 or $3 for that. They take the labels off, so I don't remember. And I forgot to ask them for the receipt for that. But another one of these little canisters, they're really nice. Oh, it's got a price on it. It's $1.99. I was wrong. It's $1.99. So it's got one of those little plastic covers in it. These are really nice to have for your dry goods. And, you know, they're kind of pretty. You can put them out on the counter and use them as canisters for your flour and your sugar and your coffee and so forth. Really, really nice to have. I've got 2 more items that came from thrift stores, but I'm not going to show you yet. We went to Ada's Country Store. Now, this is a little Mennonite store. It's located in Bethel Springs, Tennessee, on Highway 45 North. And they always have really good buys on things. And so the first thing I did is I picked up a 3.43 pound bag of oats. It was 97 cents a pound. And I've already taken it out of the bag and got it into my half-gallon jars. So that's how much it filled up. And we like oatmeal occasionally. We've got different types of oats in the house. But sometimes we like the old-fashioned oats. I picked up a little bag of Celtic salt. And y'all, this is really good for you. It's got all kinds of minerals in it. It has, let me look and see if I can find it on here. I read it yesterday and now I can't find it. It's mineral rich brine and a alkaline pH, which are essential for sodium assimilation in the body. The key minerals and trace elements are magnesium, calcium, and potassium, the perfect ratio, and have won the recommendation of doctors, nutritionists, and chefs worldwide since 1976. And you simply take a grain of this, a little bitty grain of this, put it on your tongue. And your body absorbs all that magnesium and calcium and what else was it? Magnesium, calcium, and potassium, plus all the other trace minerals that's in there. And this is from the Celtic seas. We call it Celtic salt, but it's Celtic. This little bag was $3.35. Now, they had a lot of bigger bags. But since it's just me using this will probably last me a year, if not longer. It's got a lot of salt in there. And so this is a 1/4 pound bag. So that's 1/4 pound of the Celtic salt. Next we bought, let me reach over here, y'all. I'm reaching. We bought some more whole oregano. Now, this is $10.92 a pound, so it's really expensive. If you can grow your own oregano and get a herb garden established, you will be doing yourself a big favor. We use this for ourselves, but we also use it for our chickens as a dewormer. The chickens will eat this. They don't really taste it, but they'll eat it, and that helps keeps them worm free. So we paid 80 cents for one, 75 cents for one, and 75 cents for one, 80 cents for one, and then 70 cents for one. And we also bought some celery seeds for 80 cents. And I didn't bring the celery seed over here. I forgot. But really worth purchasing there when you can and buying in bulk. The last item we bought there was some Dr. Bonner's Pure Castile soap, 18-in-1 hemp lavender. And I love the lavender and I love the rose scent as well. I use this for dishwashers and many, many other things, including washing out your intimate items. It just has such a fresh scent to it. Very, very relaxing scent, and it's safe. So we buy this when we can. Now, this was one of the most expensive items we bought there. Um, it was $13.39. We also bought some zinc there, and we bought some ashwagandha. I hope I'm saying that right. Ashwagandha. 450 milligram vegetable caps, 90 caps. The zinc was $12.40 for 250 caps or tablets. And the ashwagandha was $12.44. My husband is trying that because he had a reaction to Ozempic, and he can no longer take the Ozempic or the Mounjaro shots. So he's trying that in place of some of the diabetic medications, or taking it along with. It's supposedly a couple of studies out there saying it will help lower your triglycerides and will help lower your A1C. So he's going to try it out, and if it works, I'm going to get on it as well if it doesn't interfere with the medication that I'm on. Now, I am not a medical physician. I'm just telling you what we have read on it and what we find out. We take zinc to help keep us healthy, and so this would be another product we could add to keep us healthy. And they are the Now brand vitamins there. So they're pure vitamins. We like that. So we didn't buy a lot of things that we normally buy at Ada's this time around, but we bought what we needed. Reaching again, y'all. I've got one more item after I show you these two items that is out, well, a few items that's outside. We'll have to go outside to do those. So we go to the Amish community every week, and I buy my raw milk there, and we bought some, this time around we bought some more of the bunching onions, which I've dehydrated. I'll show you those in just a second. And I bought some Berkeley's cucumbers, some little cherry tomatoes, and they were all delicious, y'all. And some squash, and we've been working on those as meals. And it's so refreshing to get fresh vegetables into you. I cannot tell you how much I look forward to garden season. So they have a soap, they make their own soaps there. And occasionally they will mark down the old stock. So this is last year's stock. So I've got bars of soap that were 75 cents each. I've got 3 bars that is unscented. And I'm probably going to put some of these in my giveaway because some people want an unscented soap. And then I got, this one was the only one they had of the apple blossom. And it's fresh, a fresh scent. It's really nice. So let me go grab those 2 jars that I have dehydrated so you can see what I'm talking about. So these are little onions with the scallions or the, I forget what you call them. Anyway. There was 10 onions. So this is 10 onions worth. And that was the tops. So all of those now are shelf stable and they will last a very, very long time. And they smell good and they taste good. So I didn't cut these real small, but if I wanted it powdered, I could certainly powder it up. And I can mix these, mix and match. I could use one or the other. Both of them have that onion flavor that we look for. In the pantry, on the pantry shelf, $1 a bunch, and you see what I got. These are pint jars. Pretty good, huh? Money savings everywhere. That's what we're looking for. Okay, now I'm excited about these 2 items. My husband found both of the, well, I found one, he found the other one. Any guesses as to what this is? It's a kitchen gadget, y'all. This is to open your jars. And you can open wide, real wide jars or small jars. You clamp it and you turn it. And it also has a little thing here, a little lip here, and here. And I think this is to pry up those flat lids, if I'm not mistaken. This is called this was made in Interpur, Taiwan. And it is to open your canning jar lids or your lids on your store-bought jars. Really handy gadget. We saw another one at the antique mall. They wanted a lot more money than what we paid for it. And y'all, we got this for 99 cents. Couldn't believe it. Awesome, awesome deal. Now this item I'm going to show you is expensive. It's even more expensive when you look for them online. It is a butter churn. Isn't that neat? This is the Daisy Churn patent app. And it's the Daisy Churn number 4. It is made in St. Louis, Missouri. It's got all of that stamped in the bottom. It's got a wood paddle inside. It's got a crank, and it does work. If I wanted to use it, I could use it. So it's not going to be used. It's also got a little place here, you know, so that the air can circulate. And we did pay a whopping, y'all ready for it? Expensive item, $68.99. But it's not going to be used. We will not use this. It is going to be basically decorations for our home. And I absolutely love it. I think it's a neat little gadget. I wish we had these today instead of all the electric gadgets. But if, I mean, push come to shove and we lost our electricity, I have a backup. Let's go outside. Okay, we purchased the shepherd hooks, and I've got 2 of them. We got these at the antique mall in Henderson, Tennessee. It's called Back in Time. They were in a pack of 2 for $10, and I thought that was well worth it. I've seen them for a lot more in the antique malls. And then the little spinners are plastic canvas. They come from the Amish community, and they are $10 a piece. We don't mind supporting them. This might have been one of the children making these, because everybody makes something to help provide for the family. That is the way that they live their lives. So this is in our garden area at one end, and I have decided on this end I'm probably going to grow a bean trellis or cucumber trellis on this end, and maybe towards the middle I'm going to put another trellis with cucumbers, corn in between, and then on the other end I'm probably going to put some flowers or herbs or something where it had been plowed. So we're going to work on that hopefully this week. And this is another one of those whirligigs that they make, but this one is made of wood. And I'm actually going to come out here and I'm going to put a clear coat on it to protect the wood a little bit. This was $20, and it's heavy, y'all. So my husband's hung that out here. You see, we've had this hanger for a long, long time, and he's got a couple more little hangers up here that we have purchased. So that is a cool thing that we paid a little extra money for. And of course, he has all his license plates out here on this building. Well, we are at the end of our thrifty fun. I hope that y'all found something that you liked. And you can tell me about your thrifty finds in the comments below, because I always like to hear what others find as well. Thank you, my friends, for watching, and may you be fully blessed.